Hi, Joe Bolte, PFR technician and herbicide specialist. Today I am at our Henderson, Kentucky location. We are going to go through and look at some of the virtual herbicide demo plots today. Behind me is our volume study, our carrier rate study. So we're looking at glue-gly. In Effingham we looked at Enlist. Down here in Henderson we're looking at Liberty and glyphosate. So why is that important? Well, if we think about Liberty and glyphosate, one's a contact, one's systemic. Well, a systemic product, we can get away with lower carrier volumes versus Liberty, coverage is key. We need good coverage, we need small droplets versus glyphosate's not as sensitive. So now we're taking two products that need two different completely things and putting them together. What's the proper tip to run? What's the proper spray volume? And does it make that big of a difference with them together versus when they are alone? So we got a couple different things going on. We got three different tips. So we got the TeeJet TTI tips, and then we got the XRs, and then we got the AIXRs. So your XRs are going to be the smallest, and your AIXRs is going to be the kind of a little bit bigger droplets, and then your TTIs are going to be those really big droplets. When we think of TTIs, we typically think of growth regulators where we want those really big droplets. So we looked at the three tips at three different spray volumes. So actually behind me is a 10 GPA. So we got 10 GPA, 15, and 20. So you can see there's a lot of weeds right behind me. So the 10 GPA, especially on the TTIs where we already got a really big spray droplet, and then we got a lower carrier volume, we can see that we didn't get the benefit of the Liberty on the pigweed species. So we're going to be relying on the Liberty to control these pigweed species and the glyphosate to control the grasses. Well, since we didn't have the good coverage for the Liberty, we can see we have a lot of pigweeds behind me at this 10 GPA. As far as flat fan versus the AIXRs, we do see a difference between the three tips. The flat fans look better because once again, we got smaller droplets, and then we got the AIXRs kind of next in line, and then the TTIs look the worst at the 10 GPA. All right, right behind me you can see now this is the flat fan. Before we were at the TTIs at 10 GPAs, now we're at the flat fans at 15 GPA. So you can see we have a lot better control. Now there's still some weeds out there. Now with this study we didn't have a pre. This is just looking strictly at post only. So this is a high density where we had a lot of weeds. So coverage is going to be hard to get because we had so many weeds. So we're going to see some weeds that are left out here. Some of these weeds may emerge after the application, but then some of these may have just been missed because we had so many weeds out here. With the Liberty and glyphosate, we recommend treating it like Liberty, right? Liberty's doing the big heavy lifting for us. We're relying on that Liberty to control the pigweed species, those glyphosate resistant weeds. We get that benefit of the glyphosate, so that's going to help control some of the weeds that Liberty may be weaker on, such as velvet leaf, cockleburr, grasses, some of those weeds there. So even though that, yeah, glyphosate we can use at a lower volume, 15, 10 GPA, we can maybe get away with it, but since we got that Liberty, we want to treat the glue-gly tank mix like a Liberty. We want to run 15, 20 GPA. 20 GPA is ideal, and we want to get good coverage. So we want those smaller droplets, running a flat fan or running even like a TeeJet twin turbos, something that's going to really get us more of a fog-like coverage there to ensure that we get good coverage. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.